Narrator. Energetic, passionate voice. Hey everyone, welcome back to History Unleashed. Today, we're diving into one of the most epic chapters in American history, the Civil War. From 1861 to 1865, this brutal conflict tore our nation apart but ultimately forged the United States we know today. If you're an American patriot, a history buff, or just love stories of heroism and heartbreak, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let's break it down. What caused it, the key battles, the heroes, and why it still matters in 2026. First off, the roots. America in the mid-1800s was booming, but deeply divided. The North was industrializing, factories, railroads, immigrants fueling growth. The South, reliant on agriculture, especially cotton, powered by enslaved labor. Slavery wasn't just an economic system, it was a moral powder keg. By 1860, about 4 million people were enslaved in the South. Abolitionists like Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass fought back through the Underground Railroad and fiery speeches. Tensions exploded with Abraham Lincoln's election in 1860. Lincoln, a self-made man from Illinois, opposed slavery's expansion. Southern states freaked out. They saw him as a threat to their way of life. South Carolina seceded first, followed by 10 more, forming the Confederate States of America under President Jefferson Davis. The Confederates fired on Fort Sumter in April 1861, and boom, war. Early on, the Union, that's the North, thought it'd be quick. Wrong. The first Battle of Bull Run in July 1861 was a Confederate rout. Picnickers from D.C. watched in horror as Union troops fled. General Robert E. Lee emerged as the South's brilliant tactician, a Virginia gentleman who chose loyalty to his state over the Union. But the North had advantages: more people, factories, and railroads. Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, freeing slaves in rebel states. It wasn't just moral, it was strategic, turning the war into a fight for freedom and adding 200,000 black soldiers to Union ranks. Heroes like the 54th Massachusetts Regiment charged into glory at Fort Wagner, proving their valor. The war's turning points? Antietam in 1862, the bloodiest single day in U.S. history, with 23,000 casualties. It gave Lincoln the win he needed for emancipation. Then Gettysburg in 1863. Lee's invasion of the North failed spectacularly. Over 3 days, 51,000 fell. Pickett's charge, a desperate Confederate assault that broke their back. Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, government of the people, by the people, for the people, redefined America. Out west, Ulysses S. Grant hammered away. His siege of Vicksburg in 1863 split the Confederacy. By 1864, Grant was Union commander, grinding down Lee in brutal campaigns like the Wilderness and Cold Harbor. Sherman's march to the sea, total war. He burned Atlanta and marched to Savannah, crippling Southern morale. Life on the home front was hell. Women ran farms and factories. Clara Barton founded the American Red Cross amid the carnage. Spies like Rose O'Neal Greenhouse smuggled secrets. Diseases killed more than bullets. Dysentery, gangrene, no antibiotics. Finally, Appomattox, April 9, 1865. Lee surrendered to Grant. The war ended, but at a cost: 620,000 dead, more than all other U.S. wars combined until Vietnam. Lincoln, assassinated days later by John Wilkes Booth, a Confederate sympathizer. So, why care today? The Civil War ended slavery with the 13th Amendment, paved the way for 14th and 15th, citizenship and voting rights. But Reconstruction failed Black Americans, leading to Jim Crow. Echoes linger in debates over monuments, voting rights, and unity. It's our story of division, sacrifice, and resilience. America rose from those ashes stronger, more equal. That's the spirit that built this nation. What do you think? Was Lincoln the greatest president? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you love this, smash subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out our merch. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay American. Peace out. End with patriotic music, call to action graphics. Subscribe, like, comment.